All the beds full, all the food finishing. We gotta get the cafe to make more food. The expenses going up. Beds, I mean, we don't have room. We keep having to turn people away. I try sending some to St. Vincent de Paul, but St. Vincent de Paul don't have enough room, and St. Vincent de Paul don't get food. So you know, I don't know.
So what is the ZAPE Group? It's made up of two organizations: the Eden Gardens Overnight Shelter for the Elderly Homeless and the Chillax Cafe. Let's hear from June about how it all started.
Good afternoon, and I am the representative from Sanitary Solutions, and we understand that you chose our company as a sponsor. We are willing to assist you all, but we just kind of wanted a little insight onto what brought about the idea of Eden Gardens. If you can give us a little history of it.
Well, Eden Gardens, it actually first started as a school program when we were doing our master's program. We looked at social entrepreneurship and we tried to identify its uses within society. That's how it initially started. With my group, we found that the elderly had a problem, but we didn't know exactly which problem we wanted to exactly target. Then at some point I recalled my experience a couple of years before with St. Vincent de Paul, when I used to volunteer, how they have an overnight shelter for the elderly. But the thing is, the conditions are not the best. They're underfunded. They really have limited resources. There's very little intervention by the government to assist to build. Because I mean, it's actually the Catholic Church that runs it. But you know, it still needs some assistance in that section of the society, that the elderly, because they are really an underserved sector. They are the bottom of the pyramid. So you know, we really want to look to target to find a way to help them so that they can age with dignity.
I have nobody here, you know. I don't mean I'm a vagrant or I'm less than anybody else. I'm a human being. I'm alive. I'm living.
This is the Chabonas Borough Corporation by night. Hours after the sun sets and the business owners, street vendors and shoppers go home, the homeless come out, feeding on the scraps of what's left on the streets from the market sales and overflowing garbage bins.
How does Eden Gardens benefit the elderly homeless?
Well, Eden Gardens is actually a non-profit organization that's actually run by the ZAPE Group. The ZAPE Group actually has two organizations running under them. The overall is not for profit. So the ZAPE Group has a cafe called the Chillax and the Eden Gardens. So Chillax, the cafe, actually funds the resources that are needed to run the elderly home. The elderly home, what we do actually is we take them in. We try to give them access to hygiene products, you know, a shower, change of clothes, grooming. We also have medical services. We have social support in order to help them get their national IDs. If we need to get pension, old age pension, access to public assistance. We try to help them to rehabilitate. So what we also have is volunteer hours, because the staff by themselves can't do everything. So we have volunteer hours with doctors, students, because the cafe actually draws in some of the students in the area, because the cafe is located in St. Augustine. So you know, that's a very highly populated school area. So we have a lot of students that come in as well from the university that come in and help out with the running of the organization. They help with the cleaning, they help training. They actually run the entire training program for the elderly to help those who are able-bodied and capable. They help train them to go out in the world and find new jobs in organizations that are willing to employ them.
it is inhumane, it is unkind to lock up people in psychiatric wards. The whole idea now with modern drugs is to get them back into the community where they can be treated within the community, near to their own community where they live, where they were born, and have them kept there and come to clinics and have extramural services where they can develop their own skills and ability.
So tell me something. If I come to you as an elderly homeless person, what's the maximum amount of time I can stay at your location?
It generally takes 3 to 4 months in order for someone to be able to have full access to their pension and public assistance and those items. So we will say 3 to 4 months, and then hopefully the person, if they're able-bodied and capable, they can move on from there to have a better life for themselves. Or maybe if they need more assistance, we might have to refer them to a hospice or some other social network that is equipped to deal with their particular situation.
So tell me something. We understand that you all started January 2017. Tell me, how is it going so far?
Well, so far we have had quite a few elderly people. Some came, we were able to assist them and they were able to rehabilitate. We have one or two, we have a few who work here within the center. They assist within the center, and some work in the cafe. But then we have others at the same time. They have not been able to rehabilitate as well or progress as quickly as the others in rehabilitation. We were able to help them to get access to the pension and public assistance, but they have not been able to become independent enough to sustain themselves apart from monetary benefits from the government.
Thanks a lot for your time, and we look forward to sponsoring you.
Let's talk about the growth of the shelter and the cafe. The shelter started in 2017 with 60 beds. Adoption was slow, but started growing by word of mouth. The problem was encountered where some persons had no place to go and frequented the shelter to the point of residency. By mid-2018, no new persons were able to access the shelter. Before turning them away, the shelter provided warm meals. About 40 extra meals were being prepared per night for over 6 months. The shelter's resources started depleting as they were catering for more than they had initially prepared to. They could no longer sustain the shelter with these operations. The cafe was doing well. To attract new customers and generate new business, they added a new line of meals called the Grab and Go line. These were pre-packaged meals that you can pick up on the go. Grab and Go line brought in about 40% of the cafe's revenue. The founders now need to find a way to deal with persons who could not leave the shelter, like Lloyd. Lloyd, come on, what are you doing here again?
Gladys!
Who let you in here?
Gladys!
What you doing here, Lloyd?
I love you, Gladys.
I don't want to hear about no love and thing, Lloyd. What are you here months now? Lloyd, if we help you with all the stuff you needed, we help you find a job, we help you do all these things. Every night you'll come back here?
Gladys, don't see me as a problem. See me as an asset.
You know it's my friend, we're trying to help you. I know, talk to Miss June there when I come in to look, see what she tell me about all the problems we have, and like, it's people like you, we can't, people downstairs can't, like, in the shelter, we can't get food.
Gladys,
all the beds running
Gladys,
out, we have people by the door waiting to come in.
Gladys, in this place made for people like me.
Yes, it makes for people like
That is
you.
why I'm here.
But look at me, I come here and they help me with my pension, they help me with all the social services, they help me find a job, boy. Look, I work in here now, we do the same thing for you.
Gladys, where you want me to go? I ain't have no family. I ain't have no friend. Anytime I get too drunk, people don't want to talk to me. What is going on? Let me just go and sleep now. Oh God, it'll be so tough. I now get clothes. No, this thing doesn't work.
Yes, I know how this works. But you can't come in here every night, sir. The founders have access to a new building space and must decide what to do. Their decision is twofold. Use the building as a low-cost, long-term housing space for the elderly that have no place to go, and expand the grab-and-go line to have a presence in supermarket and pharmacy chains.
I have 17 years of drug addiction on the street. You see this? Box. That's why I'm here. This life I live in here is not the life I want for myself. I would like for someone to say, well, here's a business card. I'm just trying to get myself justify why this happening to me, because I feel as if God picked on me. You don't care about the wind blowing. You don't care about the noise of the birds singing. You don't care about the suffering of the dogs in the streets. You don't care about the smell of freshness. You don't care about how sweet a mango is. A mango is not just a mango. A mango is like telling me when I have a mango, like I am loved by somebody. It has to have a reason for everything. Nature. Look at these nice colors. You see those two colors there? Green and yellow? That's a powerful color. A powerful combination.